Hey, welcome back, 901 Street Kings. I got the F150 in the garage. Today I'm going to be installing a leveling kit. I went with the Motofab 1.5 inch. This is going to be the kit right here. Motofab leveling kit. It is a billet piece. Going to be putting that on the front. Get this thing a little bit more approach angle in the front. Level it out a little bit. I didn't want to go any more than 1.5 inches. I think 2 inches is a little bit excessive on this truck for what I'm doing. I had an Expedition before this and I did a 2.5 on it, and the angle of the ball joints and everything was just kind of hideous. So I don't do a whole lot of off-road type stuff. I will ride trails. You know, I pull a boat, my bike, cars, things like that. So this truck's mostly on the street, but I do want some off-road capability on it, and so that's what I'm going for. So yeah, pretty quick install. I'm going to run through this and then I'm going to pull it out so you can see what it looks like. And let's take a look at this kit real quick. Alright, so there it is. Motofab lifts. Hardware, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Allen and 6 vinyl lock nuts. Here's the spacer itself. You can see right there it says 1.5. I measured this and it's just over 1 inch thick. So I guess the way it sits in there, it gives you 1.5 inches. I'm going to do some measuring here in a second. But that's what it looks like. Specific thickness and lift amount is not a 1-to-1 ratio. If you ordered a 2-inch kit, the spacer will measure less than 2 inches thick, but will provide 2 inches of lift. So there you have it, 1.5 inches. It's actually, on a micrometer, it's 1.07 or 1.069 roughly. Just a little hair over 1 inch, and it gives you 1.5 inches of lift. Dealers wanted. Second spacer and instructions. Who needs instructions, right? Let's just do it. Okay, before I get started, real quick, let's take a measurement to the fender. Tires sticking out. So I'm going to need something to center the rim. Just so I can get a line here. The center. It's 37.25 inches. So 37.25 to the top of that fender. We'll remeasure it when it's all said and done, see what it looks like. Yep, the job is done. Took me about 2 hours probably. I had to take a couple breaks. Sun out there playing around and stuff, but anyway, let's take a look at it. It's got a pretty good look to it. Tell me what you think. See what I really like it? That's perfect. That is the perfect stance. I got a little more clearance. That's definitely a good look. F150 Motofab 1.5 inch spacer leveling kit. Moto Metal 10x9 rims and the Enduro Trailblade XT tires, 285 65 18s. Okay guys, so it's been a few days since I put the leveling kit on there. Just wanted to touch back on this before I finished out the video. So it's had plenty of time to settle, and if you notice behind me, the truck has got a little bit of dirt on it. I wanted to take it out, do a little bit of off-roading, trail riding, some mud holes, this and that, nothing super spectacular. Just to get a feel for how the tires are. Pretty good. Those Enduros did really well. Really didn't even need four-wheel drive. The area is really not that bad, but they cleaned themselves out really well. They tend to hold traction, and it rode great, honestly. So I'm happy with that. It'll pretty much do exactly what I want this truck to do, and then some. So that's cool. But wanted to touch on the kit. I did the measurements. I'm going to post them on the screen in the description, but because I don't remember off the top of my head, unfortunately. But that 1.5 inch leveling kit raised the truck 2 inches. I measured it several times. I measured in the video earlier. You can rewind and see what the measurements was. I think it was 37 1/4, and then 39 and some change on that. So, but it ends up being right at 2 inches. So it's really more than a 1.5 inch leveling kit. The truck's still got a little bit of rake to it. Not much though. I kind of like the way it sits a lot. So I just wanted to point that out to anyone who's looking at that leveling kit. It is not exactly 1.5 inches. It's going to be a little bit more, and I'm glad I didn't go. On one of my previous trucks, I did a 2.5 in the front and ended up having to come back with 1 inch in the back to level it out, and it looked cool, but the suspension angles and everything were bad. You can see right here that A-arm is good to go. That kit is super clean. I can't even tell it's on there really. The truck, it rides a little bit stiffer. I think some of that has to do with the tires, of course. Overall, I'm really happy with it actually. So yeah, take a look at all this mud. It's really not a lot of mud, but the other point of this video is I'm about to go over here to the car wash, and as I mentioned before, I did ceramic coat this vehicle, and I ceramic coated the wheels. The exhaust unfortunately has not been done yet, but I am going to do those tips because they catch a lot of dirt. So I'm going to go over here to just a high pressure spray wash, no brushes or anything. And we're going to see how easy it is to clean this dirt off. I have a feeling it's going to be good. You can see, let me go to the other side. You can see where the dirt, the mud, even driving it, was beating onto the wheels. The barrels have quite a bit of residue in there. I think you can see that. Hey, so we're going to see what it looks like when I get done. I'll take you guys along with me, and you can see exactly how it goes. So hang tight, let's go over here to the car wash. This sun is killing. Hey, so here we are at the car wash. About to get this thing fired up and see how clean we can get it. So I'm gonna put the camera down on a stand. I'm gonna bring you with me, okay? Now, just as a reminder, I did use the Chemical Guys HydroSlick, which they say is a true ceramic coating. It is a SiO2. And I've used the McGuire spray-on ceramic wax in the past too. The HydroSlick seems to be a much better product, much as far as strength and longevity, it seems like it's going to be. So let's see what this looks like. All right, here we go. Bring the water on. It's beating decently, but it's sheeting a lot more than I thought it would. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the truck and come back and talk about it. Just got done washing the truck. Got the whole thing cleaned off, got all that mud off there. Just wanted to show you guys how much beating that the Chemical Gas product HydroSlick has. There's a little more sheeting than I thought there should have been, but at the same time, it's actually doing an outstanding job. The vehicle's very easy to clean. Didn't really have to use any brushes. I did brush the underside, and I did wipe off the wheels somewhat. But other than that, nothing but water and soap. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. I just wanted to touch on the HydroSlick. I thought it was a pretty neat deal, and I did do the wheels. I think it's a good idea for anybody who's got new wheels to go ahead and ceramic coat them. So I'll give you a couple of shots here. Of the leveling kit and the tires, it did give me approximately 2 inches of lift. It's advertised as an 1.5-inch leveling kit. I'm very impressed with it. Like I said earlier, the ride is good. The truck looks amazing, and I'm enjoying it a lot. I hope you guys are too. We'll go ahead and end the video right here, guys. Come on back, 901 Street Kings. Like I always say, stay salty, my friends.